Welcome to the sixth dimension, the Garden of Eden, where the blueprint becomes real and the divine pattern enters the world through the hands of those who can mold it. This is where the message begins to take form. 6D concludes the realm of the observer and rests on the masculine line of the frame. It continues the harmonizing work of 5D, now with structure, initiating transmission through building codes. This is the dimension of applied resonance, guided by the Christ-Mercurian impulse, the force that brings clarity, coherence, and sacred logic. 6D governs the balance between message and method, ensuring what is delivered aligns with what is true. It is the dimension where love becomes design and inspiration takes on the discipline of form. The character archetype of 6D are the angels, those who build the foundation for the divine to speak. They are messengers, yes, but also architects. They both carry the message and erect the structure that houses it in the material realms. In everyday life, these are the system makers, designers, and sacred engineers, those who translate etheric insight into organized reality that others can step into and live within. The Garden of Eden is symbolized by the lands of convergence. It is Hyperborea, Paradise, Shambhala, or an island divided by 4 rivers. In ancient cosmology, the 4 rivers are channels through which divine sustenance flows into the world: north, south, east, and west, bringing life to all directions. This icon represents the lands where spiritual forces meet in balance. Here, angels serve as builders, receiving sacred blueprints from 7D and shaping them into tangible forms of harmony and order. The garden is not a retreat, but a template of divine order, where peace, growth, and stewardship guide divine creation for humankind. In 6D, spiritual sovereignty grounds into service, constructing the new earth through sacred design and remembrance. People operating in 6D often feel called to refine, systematize, or transmit complex truths. They build courses, temples, networks, systems, and art that acts as a conduit to hold divine intelligence. At the soul level, they see what others are in need of, and they help shape the vessel for its arrival. In other words, they're the ones behind the sacred learning journey that transforms lives on a universal scale, like the structuring of Kundalini Yoga, the codification of Hermetic law, or the creation of comprehensive spiritual frameworks that guide souls back to God. They build universal etheric maps that outlive them and speak to the soul across time. Because 6D sees how things could be, it can clash with how things are. When others are resistant to change, 6D feels the burden of clarity unreceived. This is why angels must master the delivery of their vision, recognizing that a seed planted gently may take root where a forceful command would fail. 6D reveals that truth alone is not enough. It must be delivered through a form that honors it. Here, purity of heart is tested, and the discipline of patience becomes the guardian of wisdom. In the next reel, we ascend to the 7th dimension, the mountain, where the archangels prepare the sacred code.